Welcome. We are so glad that you're here. You can choose to turn your camera on or you can leave it off. It's up to you, but we are recording so that we can upload the video to our website later. We are, again, so excited that you're here. This is an opportunity for you to get to talk to students about their perspective of campus life and ask them questions that you have. So before we get started with your questions, what we're going to do is we're going to let Raven introduce herself, and then Landon will also join the call a little bit later. And then after that, we'll let you ask your questions. Raven?
What's up? So my name's Raven. I am a senior here at Lamar University, majoring in mathematics with a minor in business. My hometown is Cypress in Houston. So what is it? Houston, Cypress, Houston? That's what it is.
Cool. Raven, what clubs or activities are you involved in?
I am involved in, I was in the new student leadership program. And so basically it's like a class that you can take on your own time, and you go and basically learn new leadership skills that you can work on, like how to be in a business setting, how to be professional, and a whole bunch of other things. So I took that last semester, and that was really fun. Also, you get to meet new people that want to help themselves in it and just go forward.
Awesome. So parents and families, this is your time to ask any questions that you have. You can either turn your mic on to ask the question, or you can send it via our chat. Landon actually just joined the call, so whenever he is ready to go, we're going to let you introduce yourself. Landon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Landon Richard. My major is Human Resource Management with a minor in Communications. I am a junior here at Lamar University, and I guess I'll give you an interesting fact about myself. I recently just purchased a Cricut. I'm a pretty crafty guy. I don't quite know what I'm doing, but hopefully I'll figure it out. So if you have any advice, please let me know. Okay, great. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you. So parents and families, this is your time to ask any questions that you have. You can either unmute yourself or use the chat feature. If you don't have any questions, I will ask questions that I think you might want to know the answer to. So. Okie dokie. Okay, so Raven and Landon, what would you say is the biggest difference between high school and college?
Okay, I have like two parts to this. I would say freedom. You have more freedom. Obviously, you can do more. You can go out to eat whenever you want to go out to eat. You don't have to eat cafeteria food. And plus, I guess you have more responsibility because even if you don't, like, I still stay at home with my parents, but I have so much more that I'm doing. My workload has increased. And so it's important that you try to stay organized. So that's what I would say. High school is completely different because, yeah.
Yeah, high school is different because you are basically learning new parts about yourselves that you never knew that you had. Like what Landon said about being responsible. You really didn't have to be responsible for everything. Oh, I live on campus, so like being responsible for like washing my clothes, feeding myself, and doing like cleaning everything that's my mess. See, I used to get my brother and sister to do that for me, so stuff like that is different, but also you're just learning new things and pushing yourself, and that was what I was saying.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we do have a question. What do we need to make sure we do for move-in? So Landon, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I would say make sure you have like the proper size bedding because these are not like twin beds. They're extra large twins. So make sure you have the proper bedding because I know some people have had issues in the past. They brought twin sizes and it wasn't the right thing. But before you move in, I'll just make sure you have at least everything as far as like the basics that you know that your student would want for their dorm room, like pictures and other cleaning supplies for like the bathroom, extra toilet paper, just the basic things that pretty much everyone needs in like their own apartment or their own house, because you don't want them to have to like go in the middle of the night to go buy toilet paper. So
yeah, being prepared is the best option because when you're not prepared, stuff goes bad. So what I did was I got all my major stuff that I wanted, decorations, I got extra containers for my clothes because I have a lot of clothes and different things. And but I didn't buy like my food or like any cleaning supplies until I got to Beaumont because I live two hours away. So I didn't also have to like pack everything in my one car just because so I
Right.
wouldn't fit it wouldn't fit in my car. So I just waited until like the day I moved in, and then later that day I went to like Walmart to go buy me that stuff and different things like that.
Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna add is a wagon, because my first year I did not bring a wagon, and that was insane. So wagon. Okay. The next question is, what can I do to help my student be as successful as possible, since it will be her first lengthy time away from home?
You gonna go first, Raven?
I can go first. So yeah, so what my mom did for me was she called me every single day and made sure everything was okay because it was also her first time of me being alone by myself. And so she didn't like me being alone in my own room, and she had to sleep in her own house. And so she would always call me every night and be like, "Hey, are you asleep?" Blah blah blah, just checking in on me. But then it slowly went down to like once a week. But what you just need words of encouragement is basically what it is, especially around like midterm time. So that's around like October and finals. That's when the most stress comes, and you like your student may feel that they're down or like just so stressed that they're just not into it, not their normal selves.
I would probably say trust your student because the thing is, you both sat down and most likely had a talk about, different colleges, and you guys knew that this university in particular was 2 hours away. So I would just really trust your student because I'm sure you've raised them well. Of course they're in college, they're gonna make some choices, they're gonna, learn some lessons, but that's what college is all about. Making, turning bad things that may happen into a learning lesson. So just trust your student, because I mean, like I said, I'm sure you've done an amazing job raising them, and I'm sure they'll be fine here at LU.
You guys are great. Cool, cool, cool. Do we have? Oh, what? Just kidding. Is there postal services?
Yes, we do have a like mail service area, and pretty much the center of campus is right next to our library, the John and Mary Gray Library, and it's also right next to our police department on campus. It's pretty much right in the center. So yeah, your student can have the opportunity to go and open their own little, is it called PO box,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, little story, but I've been having to like mail things out because I've been like selling some things, and I've never really had to mail things, so I'm still learning all of this. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that your student has the opportunity of opening their own PO box, and they can get items shipped to them. You can ship them items, and if the item is too big for their small little boxy thing, they can go to the window area in the mail room, and they can pick up the larger package. So yeah.
Awesome. I just wanted to add that not every student has a PO box, so they actually have to go to, I believe, the Wimberley building to request one, and then they go get it from Carl Parker.
Yes.
So they'll need to just go to the Wimberley building and get that done.
I like your shirt, Raven.
Thank you. I like yours too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna ask another question because I want to. Okay, so what is one thing you wish you would have known as an incoming student?
This one always gets me every single time.
Oh, probably to go over my notes by the end of the week. So like we learn a bunch of new things, like say Monday through Friday, and basically you start learning so fast that you just never go back over your notes to look at it. And so if you plan like Saturdays to go over your notes, it would help create a study pattern that would help you succeed and remember things. And so you wouldn't have to study all at one time.
Yeah. I would probably say to like be more involved, like just try at least one organization because my freshman year, I honestly did not do anything, because in high school I literally did everything because I went to such a small high school. I was able to do that, and I needed a break, and I just wanted to get a feeling of what college was actually like. So I just took a break, and honestly, looking back on that, I highly regret that. I wish that I would have forced myself to just do one thing and commit to that. But by me becoming an orientation leader my sophomore year, I was able to do so many different crazy things because I just decided to join one organization. And by joining the one, little group thingy, I was able to do so many different other things. I was able to network with people, and many doors have opened for me. So yeah, I just wish I would have known to put myself out there.
Cool, cool. Parents, families, do you have any questions that you would like to say or to add to the chat?
We're right here for you. We're ready for your questions.
What support programs are available if the student is struggling emotionally?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, I didn't know.
The first one, I feel like there's two, because there is your family, because they are going to be your major support system. And just by talking to them, you're like, hey, I just need some, like going back to the words of encouragement, that really helps mentally. And be like, yeah, I know my parents are there for me no matter what, and whatever. But also there is counseling, just so if you need to talk to anyone at the, oh my gosh, I blank, the clinic, the wellness center, what is it called?
Student Health Center.
Student Health Center. Yes, I go there, but I just forgot. So the Student Health Center, they also give out counseling. I've gone like 5 times before. It's really cool. You get to really get your own, basically, counselor. You can talk to them or vent to them, whatever you want. Maybe you're mad, maybe you're sad, maybe you're just not feeling anything and you just don't know, but they are there to listen and to help you out. Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool.
Good job, Raven. Good job.
Alrighty, orientation leaders, what is your favorite thing about Lamar University?
I would probably say you go Raven. I've been talking a lot.
The students. So my favorite part is the students, probably because, especially the students with school spirit, because I'm so like spirited person. Just walking around campus and seeing, let's say Landon over there smiling and happy and talking to everyone and be like, yeah, Lamar, woohoo, and just yell it out randomly. That is something that I love because the students are a big part of Lamar, and without them, Lamar wouldn't even have existed.
That's very true. I'll probably say the opportunities, because you go to such a smaller university. If you think about it, many other universities are like maybe 800 years old, 500 years old. We haven't even hit our centennial yet. So there's so much opportunity for growth, and you have so many, great things that you can accomplish at Lamar University. So I would say having so many different opportunities. Like, I'll give you an example. I am fortunate enough to have my own show called Connecting with Cardinals through the university. I've had so many opportunities to talk to different professors, different students from different walks of life, and it's just been great. But had I not gone to Lamar University, if I would have gone to a larger university, chances are that probably wouldn't have happened. But this is something I can add on my resume too. So.
Alrighty, okay, so the next question that we have is about campus safety. So it says, my student is female. What safety things do I need to tell her to pay attention to in order to protect her safety?
Well, there is an app called Live Safe. So it's basically, you download it and you say like you're from Lamar and you log in, stuff like that. And so there is a spot where you can, if you're walking alone and you feel uncomfortable, you can walk with a friend. And so someone can watch you walk, and you can also see them, so no one will either like say take your daughter or anything bad happen. Also, we have blue poles around campus that are like probably 500 feet apart, let's say. And you just, if you feel unsafe or something bad happened, and like let's say someone passed out, you can go press a pole, and our police that not live on campus, that are on campus 24/7, They'll come back. I think their response time is probably under a minute because they're just sitting there waiting or walking around campus waiting for something to happen because nothing usually happens. So they basically walk around or drive around, and all hours of the night they'll walk into like a study room at like 2 a.m. because like college students are studying at that time, and they'll walk up and down the stairs to make sure we're all safe in the building and different things.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chat LUPD's information, so the emergency line, the non-emergency line, and their email. So if you have any further questions, you can call the non-emergency line or you can email them. And also, while you were talking, I kind of zoned out because I was trying to find the phone number. So I don't know if Raven mentioned this, but you have the opportunity to like call the non-emergency phone number if you need an escort to your vehicle. Let's say you have a class on the other end of campus and you parked on the other side of campus and you don't have to walk and it's late at night. You can call the non-emergency number and LEPD will happily give you an escort. Also, they like if you get locked out of your car, if you put your keys in the car and you forget about them, they will use a little tool device thingy to get the keys out, and they'll even do the battery thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to think of but hey, you're getting the answer, so.
Yeah, no, I love LUPD. I'm friends with Sergeant Sanford. So we tell each other jokes. We're super cool. But LUPD does so much around campus. Like they said, like they'll escort you places. They'll give you a ride if it's late at night and you don't want to walk. Like they're so great. One piece of advice I could give to your daughter that LUPD tells me all the time is whenever you're walking anywhere, don't have your headphones in. You want to be aware of your surroundings 100% of the time. And everybody has like the new AirPods, so they want to be cool and walk with their music in. But it's more important to be aware of your surroundings. So I would just encourage her to not have the music in, is my one piece of advice. Okay, since the campus is smaller, is it a good idea for students to bring a bicycle?
Well, I'm a commuter, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes I show up just a little bit later than usual to my parking spot, and I've had to run so many times, and I've been sweaty and hot and sitting down in class. But I would say if you don't live on campus and you're a commuter, I wouldn't bring a bicycle with you, in your car. Maybe a skateboard because that's a little bit more practical, or a little scooter board thing. But Raven, you lived on campus. What do you think?
So the most popular thing besides a bicycle is a longboard. So it's basically a skateboard, just longer, so it gives you better balance. Most of us use those. That's what I use, just because I don't want to walk in the heat for like 10 minutes. And so it gets me there in like 2. So basically, you don't need it. You can walk for 10 minutes, but I just like to get places faster, especially when you're running late. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it would come in handy if you were running late for class too. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something else to think about. And plus, there's so many different bike racks on campus that you can like securely lock in your bike and no one will take it. So
Cool. Good job, guys. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do we have more questions? Okay. As far as parking, are parking spots assigned?
yes, they are. And it's very important that you know where you are permitted to park. You can easily pull up a map of our campus with, it'll show you like the parking spots you're able to park in. We want you to know for sure, like you cannot park in this one specific parking lot area. Where is it at, Raven?
The Setzer Center. That
Yes.
one?
Yeah. And that's our senior parking lot. So you have to have your senior parking pass in order to be eligible to park there. But you can park there after noon. So, you just have to be cautious because I accidentally received a citation because I didn't know. So I learned from that.
Oh, also, you have to have a parking pass.
Yes,
So
in order to
you
park,
can
yeah.
go to self-service banner and go to parking, and you can register your car. And you can either get it in the mail or pick it up on campus at the Wimberley building.
Awesome.
We're just shaking, moving.
I'm always singing songs in my head.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
I have this song stuck in my head. It's from TikTok. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I spend so much time on TikTok.
Okay, so OLs, as far as food, what food items can be kept in your dorm? In your res hall. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking of what's not allowed because as of what I'm thinking about, you can have whatever type of food in there, I believe. So I don't want to be wrong. So I'm really thinking hard if I have food in there that does not belong. Am I wrong, Emily? Because I think you can have whatever type of food as long as you don't ruin anything. So as long as you have the freezer, you can have ice cream. As long as you have a fridge, you can have milk.
Yeah, so you can have any type of food you want. If you have food that needs to be cooked, we have the kitchens in the res hall. But yeah, you can bring any type of food you want. Now, a different question is, what are some good food items to have in your room?
Sweets, I would have to say. I love ice cream, so I have a freezer, and basically it's just a small little freezer. I just take a tub of ice cream, like a gallon, and it lasts me like all month for just me. But if I have friends, it's like half a month. Um, so in the middle of the night, I'm always studying, and so I always like get a craving of ice cream, and so I just eat it, and it helps me study.
I'd probably say popcorn because that's a great snack. I mean, who doesn't love popcorn? Plus, you might have movie nights with your friends. So that's something else to think about. And plus, popcorn is really inexpensive. You can get like the big things for like $5. You get like 36 in there. Like, I mean, one a night will last you over a month. So,
Yeah, I usually pack, or in my room, I have snacks that I can eat on the go. Like if I'm running late, I bring stuff that I can like eat in class secretly. So
mhm.
that's cool. Are there community bus routes for store trips and such?
Yes, we do have those. That actually falls under the LUPD thingy, the list of the things that they do. So yes, there's different shuttles you can take. There's a schedule that you can see have get access to. They even drop you off to like the Student Center Center. They'll pick you up near the library. So there's different routes they take. Plus, like Emily mentioned, they do take you off campus. I know they take you to the mall and also like Walmart, right?
I think so. And if you have the Live Safe app, it tells you exactly where the route is. So it tells you like when the next stop is, so you don't have to wait outside of Walmart with your groceries. You can wait inside until it arrives. Um, and then we have a question about the shuttle service. Is there a fee for using the shuttle?
Nope. As long as you have your Lamar ID, it just makes sure that you get where you're going, and especially if like you're going to Walmart, you get back on the bus so you can go home, so you're not left there by yourself, and you're like, well, what happened?
Alrighty. Okay. So what is one or not one way? How do you guys manage the balance between your fun social part of college with studying and academics?
That's a very good question. For me personally, I really had to like make a schedule because I'm very like detail oriented. I like seeing what I have to get accomplished in a day to make sure I'm actually doing it. Um, so yeah, can you repeat the question? I kind of went off for a second. I'm sorry, Emily.
You find the balance between the fun social aspect of college with the academics and the studying.
Okay, yeah. So making a schedule, planning out what I need to get accomplished for my classes, and then also squeezing in time to like hang out with my friends or go shopping or do something, because it's very important that you have a balance. You don't want to just study, 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 and not have fun. But it's important to have fun, but just have control over the fun you have.
Yeah, I'm very good with my time management. I've always have. So I've always lived my life through a schedule. Ever since I was little, soccer practice, school, homework. And so basically, what I would do, I would have classes like in the morning or evenings, depending on what times you choose. And like right after class, I would start the homework or anything. So by like 7 or 8, I'm basically done with studying for like that day or that class, whatever homework I had to get done. And like I can go do anything I want after 8. Or like I would save, like, let's say Saturday, I want to go to the football games, and I would get everything done before Saturday so I can spend all day at the football game and going out having fun and stuff like that.
Because like one thing is, oh, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
I was
You
just
said
Okay. One thing is like you don't want to be out having fun and then constantly stressing about like the assignment that you still haven't started yet, because that's happened a few times and it kind of ruins the fun. But it's just all about like structure and order.
all right, all right. So what is one thing that most students would want to bring to the res hall but should avoid bringing?
A candle. You're
Oh,
not permitted to have like open fire. So yes, I would maybe consider if you want like a smell good, getting like a Glade plug-in or something, or the aerosol cans or room sprays. So yeah.
I can make a list. So flammable curtains. So if your curtain doesn't have a tag that says anti-flammable or whatever it says on the tag, don't bring it, because then the resident hall people will take it away. Lights that you hang in your room, a hot plate, a toaster. What are those griddle thingies? The little pressings to make like grilled cheese
I
stuff.
know what you're talking about. I don't know the
Like the
name of it.
George Farming grills.
Yes.
Yes, that's um, basically anything that's hot that you can't cook in a microwave. So like any appliances besides that. Also, you can't bring a microwave because you already got one, and you cannot bring a huge refrigerator since you come with a mini fridge already. There's a lot of stuff because it's all about safety, and so we do have guidelines online about it and reasons why and stuff like that. And if they find it, you can bring a blender. Found that out. So I like smoothies. I brought a blender. Um, so basically anything with the hot plate or anything that can be dangerous that's flammable. And yeah, so basically, because we have a full size kitchen downstairs that we can use instead of having like a hot plate in our rooms.
And plus, by going downstairs to like cook, you could have fun with your friends. Like you can make brownies. I know a lot of students make cupcakes for like bake sales for their organizations. So yeah.
Okay, so what about a coffee pot that has a warmer base? Can we bring that?
No, because that is considered a hot plate. So anything that can be heated up from underneath and that you can put your hand on, or you can put a piece of paper on and it catches fire and fire, and we all have to leave the building. You can't bring, but you can bring a Keurig because it's safety restricted and stuff like that. Basically, just heats up the water. Most of y'all probably know what a Keurig is. So.
One other thing that sometimes people don't think of is large furniture. Like my friend tried to bring a dresser from home. Don't do that.
You won't get through the door.
Yeah, it won't fit, but it was a very fun experience. Anyways, cool.
Oh,
So
Emily, may I add something really quickly?
you sure can.
This is something else you might want to know. I know that each room, like you have a room. Wait, there's two rooms in your dorm room. So you have your room and then you have your roommate's room. And your room, you have a key to your room, so you can lock your door every time you leave, or you just go take a shower or something. You may want to lock your door. You can do that. So that's something great. Just to mention. So yeah, all of your stuff will be safe.
Alrighty. Parents, families, do we have more questions? You can put it in the chat or you can ask out loud.
The website is in the chat, just so y'all know what you can bring and leave at home.
Alrighty. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna ask a final question. Oh, just kidding. Um, what about renter's insurance for res hall residents?
So Lamar does not provide that. So basically, you would have to go either through your own insurance or find any other insurance that you would like so it can be protected. I know some other colleges do provide it, but Lamar's does not. And so I personally don't have one. So if my stuff goes in flames, I lost everything. But usually it's pretty safe. The fire team gets there often, especially whenever we have fire drills. They get there very fast. And so everyone's evacuated nicely and everything. And so I think it's pretty safe.
Bless you.
Thank you. I tried to mute myself so you wouldn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. I saw it.
Yeah.
All right. So, how does the student health center work or the medical area work when students get sick, if they get sick?
So what I do, so my first time I didn't know you had to make an appointment with them. So basically I went to the student health center and the person walked me through the steps of how to do it. And so it's basically you can go online or you can call them and make an appointment. Be like, hey, do you have availability at this time? I'm sick. I just need a checkup, or I want to have a counseling appointment. And basically you just choose a time what fits well with you and everything's set up. And so each time you go in, you just sign in and answer any questions and any information that you need. And so basically I think it's like $10 or $15 for each appointment that you go to get a checkup, I believe.
Yeah.
And so it just gets put on your bill for Lamar, so you don't have to actually bring money to the appointment. And so you can pay it off like by the end of the semester, whenever you want.
Yeah, so you pretty much just, because I got sick one time and I walked in and they just told me to go to a computer to sign in, and then they brought me to the back and saw me. So
Yeah, and personally, I haven't had to use the health center, so that's good, yay! But I know it's great knowing that even though as a commuter, I could still go if I needed to because I am a student at Lamar University. So
cool. Now, as far as housing, we have a question. What if I, as a parent, want to come visit my daughter over the weekend? What's the visitor policy on that?
So the visitor policy is that your daughter has to fill out a request form 48 hours before you come. So let's say if you're coming on Friday, it has to be filled out, I think, Tuesday night, I believe, because that's 48 hours before you get there Friday morning, let's say. Depends. And so basically, it's just going to say you're going to send your daughter a picture of your driver's license and your daughter or son, sorry. They basically have to get their roommate to sign saying, hey, it's okay for your mom to come spend the night in my dorm. I sign off. They also have to be the same gender. And am I missing anything?
Yeah, so you're right. If they want to spend the night, it has to be same gender. The roommate has to have had a sign off on it, and it has to be done 48 hours in advance. But if you just want to come and visit your student and not spend the night, you would just have to give your ID and your student's res card to the security guard whenever you walk in to like check in, and then you'll get it when you go out if you're not going to spend the night. And then that could be any gender. You can just sign in to go visit, and then if you're not going specifically to the res hall, you don't have to do that at all. You can just take a tour of the campus with your student.
Also, siblings under the age of 18 cannot spend the night.
Cool. Sorry, I'm.
No, you're cool.
Okay, cool. I hope that answered the question about visiting. It's so hard to tell if you guys are typing or not because I can't see you. Okay, cool. Is there a large party life for students?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I really have no idea because I I go to school and I go home. I have never participated in any parties. You may not believe me, but it's the truth. But I have heard of some students like, going out with their friends and hanging out with people. But I mean, it's college. There's going to be parties, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna, you know, yeah.
Um, I don't party except at Lamar events and with my friends in the dorm rooms, and we have like movie nights. And
Yeah, but
so,
as far as like the stuff you see in the
but
movies,
yeah, basically. But so the only thing I think people do is like go to bars, like what adults do.
hmm
So that's usually I think where they go because we don't have parties on campus or anything.
yeah, we're not a party school.
No.
Yeah, most people don't party. We do have a lot of events on campus, and that's where a lot of students spend most of their free time, unless they're like hanging out with their own group of friends. But yeah, I don't think we have any like parties.
Yeah.
Um, Different question. Aside from the COVID stuff, um, is there a hangout place off campus that most students go to? Like anywhere cool?
Um,
I have a place if you don't.
I for me personally, I would probably say the mall. I guess you would maybe say that's like a hangout place. Y'all, I do a lot of shopping. And so like I do see a lot of students hanging out with their friends or going in groups just to go shopping. So I would say there. Um
I don't know if this place is cool, but my friends go bowling.
oh
So
yeah.
It's so cool.
I
Mhm.
feel like it's cool. I go there a lot. So it's your definition of cool is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also speaking of shopping, we have two malls in our area. We have Parkdale Mall and we have Central Mall. Parkdale Mall has more options than Central Mall, but Central Mall is a little bit closer, right?
I have
Mhm.
Yeah,
no idea.
it's a little bit closer to Lamar University.
Like
So
2 miles closer.
yeah, I mean, it's just personal preference, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you about my hangout place though. So me and my friends, we hang out at Certino's. It's a coffee shop, and there's this person there who's super good at chess, and he sits there I think every Thursday, and he challenges people to play chess against him, and it's really cool actually. So that's where me and my friends hang out. I have a question. How is COVID impacting the gathering of students and freshmen being able to get this college experience?
Well, as of right now, I know our, new student leadership programs, we are planning the events like normal. We have casino night and so many different other events in line, but we are being very aware of COVID-19 because it is real. And so we are, really enforcing social distancing and wearing masks. And also, like, I know with the dining hall, the Brooks Rivers Dining Hall, we have, there's social distancing um, guideline thingies. We're enforcing social distancing there pretty much everywhere in your classrooms. There's so many different things going on. So I'm going to try to find the link to the website so that you can get more information about COVID-19 and how we're planning on doing different things. Let me go find that right now.
Yes. Going off what Landon said about like let's say like casino night, since there are a lot of freshmen coming in or first year students, there are like some of our ideas that we are planning. We're not saying it's going to happen yet. We're still working on everything. Is like let's say we want 100 people in this big entire room. It's like huge, and only 100 people are able to go for like the first hour, and then we'll switch like groups, so everyone will sign up, and then first 100 people go, and then let's say the next hour comes, then we'll let in new 100 people come in, and so everyone still gets to have fun, and we are social distancing and making sure that everything is sanitized, and we'll have like time to clean up, wipe stuff down, and different things like that. Based off classes, our classes are only going to be in large rooms. And so we're not sure how Lamar is going to do that yet. They're still making sure like everything works out. And so I don't want to speak out of context of what Lamar's plan is to do. But I know based off like we're probably going to do, let's say Like, so it depends mostly on the teachers. Like maybe the teachers want 8 students to come in on Mondays and the other 8 students to do it online on Mondays and like switch back and forth. So on Wednesdays, the next 8 students come in. And so not everyone is in the room at the exact same time and are able to stay within 6 feet. So basically it's going to be like online and in class. So if you want to ask them or have presentations to do for class, you can come in and do it. That's what I plan on doing probably for my fall.
Same.
class.
And also, like, one other thing to add is your student safety is a #1 priority at Lamar University, honestly. And throughout the whole process, finding out we had an extra spring break, and an additional week because of COVID-19, and then, finding out we were finished for the rest of the semester, everything was going to be online. Lamar University communicated with the students very well. I received so many emails. I'm still receiving emails now about like different plans we have going on. They're constantly updating us. So that's reassuring and really nice to hear from your university, letting you know that they care about your safety and your well-being.
So Lamar University is sending out emails just to Lamar's or just to student Lamar emails. So even if they use like a different email to register for orientation, or if they prefer a different email, Lamar is sending all of their announcements and updates to their Lamar email. So just make sure that your student is monitoring that. So as far as Raven was talking about with the different classes, like will it be online, will it be face-to-face, will it be like a high flex class? Lamar, sorry, did you have something to say, Raven?
We also got a survey either yesterday or today that was sent out
Yeah.
to our Lamar emails, and I just filled mine out today.
Yeah, so Lamar is Lamar is still trying to communicate with the students as to what the plans are. So they just introduced the idea of high flex or online or in-person classes to the students. So just make sure that your students are watching their Lamar email to get information on how to choose which one, or if their professor is going to choose for them. Like make sure that they're paying attention to their Lamar email. And then as far as like the face coverings Raven was talking about, as of right now, the masks are required inside the classroom. And then as far as everywhere else, they're really, really, really recommended. But they're definitely required inside of the classroom. And then we have a question, are there specific types of facial coverings required? And I think the answer is no. Like, I think it could be like a real surgical mask or like a bandana, like, right?
That's what I would say, as
Yeah,
long as
that's
it covers your nose and your mouth.
I'm trying to find. Hold on. I have a mask. I was gonna show you. It's like cotton. Hold on.
He's gonna go look for it.
Oh,
And I know also during week of welcome, the first week of school, a couple of different departments are going to be giving out masks to students for free that have like a LU logo or they're red, something cool. Anyway,
right.
show us your mask.
Yeah. Oh, I made these. But like, yeah, this is a cotton mask. You can wear these. Some people may even want to wear face shields, but I mean, I don't really think that's quote unquote necessary. But if you feel like you need to, then albeit, hey, you're keeping yourself safe. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then as far as week of welcome, are there any events that are specifically for incoming freshmen?
Oh yes, there's so many different events. Honestly, okay, my experience last year, as an orientation leader, not as a student, I had so much fun. We had late night at the set. We played like dodgeball, and we had food and so many other great activities going on in that same night. And like I mentioned, we had casino night, and we had what is it? The headphones, the silent disco. That was so much fun. So basically, silent disco is everyone has headphones on. They're sanitized headphones, and you can change your station. You have two DJs you can switch between, the red DJ or the blue DJ, and everyone's like dancing, and you take them off, and it's all quiet in there. So, yeah.
That's our partying we do.
Yeah, that's it. Books and that.
Yeah, I was also an orientation leader last year. We loved every single event. So even though we weren't working, we were still there. And so maybe Landon was working at the silent disco and I was over there partying. And so I liked to get involved with those things because it gives you something to do. Also, it helps you meet new people and new students.
It does.
So that's how I got some of my friends that I'm friends with now. And it's just a great way to connect with other people and get relationships started.
And are there specific themed like clothing that people should wear to the events?
I don't recall us having to wear like.
Are you gonna tell me that you're not gonna wear something specific for freshman games?
Oh,
Like a color?
your color. Oh, your team's color.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so all of the events, you can wear whatever you want, except for freshman games, your students should be put on a team, and we highly, highly, highly encourage them to wear their team color.
Go blue.
Team Hal, we're green.
No, team yellow. Anyway,
Oh.
where is the schedule for the events, or is there a schedule for the events?
Let me.
As of right now, we do not have the schedule out now, but usually we either get them through social media, they're on a wall somewhere at Lamar University, they get sent to your emails. It just depends on where you look at the time. I usually follow LU_leadership on Instagram because they post every day when they're going to have an event and at what time. And so that's how usually it reminds me, oh yeah, they're having this at 2 today. We're going to go play a game that quizzes you and stuff like that, or karaoke. It just depends on how you like to get your information. I like to get mine off social media, but like Landon might want to get it off like his email or something.
Awesome. And how will the students know what team they're on?
So oh, you can go ahead.
I've been talking, it's okay.
Okay. So for orientation, your student is assigned an orientation leader. And the orientation leader should have told them like, hey, you're on my team, I'm Team Hal, and we have a link for you to join our group me. So that way you can like talk to your other Team Hallians or just network and talk to other students. So there's a group me that we have, and that's when we were able to like keep the students involved, interactive throughout the entire summer. So yeah. And also, Raven mentioned social media. We also have a YouTube channel, so you should go like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for post notifications. I'll watch you on YouTube. But here's the link to that. Oh wait, that's not a link. Okay, I'll go get the link.
Alrighty, and then we do have another question. My daughter is majoring in ASL. How will that work with facial covering? Neither of you are ASL majors, right?
Correct, I'm not.
Okay, cool. So I can honestly tell you I do not know. Just the Lamar email is all I can say for right now. The university is coming up with the plans, and it may be different for the ASL classes. Maybe they just space them out more. Maybe there's fewer students. I have no idea, but they should tell you something in the Lamar email once they come up with the official plan. So just make sure the student is watching the Lamar email. And then, oh, I think I'm not good at scrolling. Just kidding. Do we have any more questions? You guys are great.
Thanks. How's it going? Oh, why did I say how's it going? Thanks.
How's it going? Pretty good. No.
So my favorite color is blue. Not really. I don't really have a favorite color. This is just random questions you may want to ask. No, I'm kidding.
Alrighty, well, I think we are good to go if you guys don't have any more questions. Parents and families, thank you so much for coming and for asking your questions. They were really great. And then also thank you, Raven and Landon, for being here and answering the questions. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Now, I do have just one quick announcement. We have a parent and family newsletter So please go to our website, lamar.edu/parents, and sign up to join our newsletter so that way you can keep updated with all the stuff that we have going on. And then we also have a parent weekend on November 7th. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.
Welcome.
Peckham.